Are you caring for a loved one with dementia? You don't have to figure this out all on your own. Welcome to Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's, the show that helps you reimagine a new relationship with your loved one, a relationship a little more free of stress and anxiety. Join host Lisa Skinner and her 30-plus years of experience as she guides you on a new path to a better relationship with those you care for. Here's Lisa.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another brand new episode of the Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's Show. I'm Lisa Skinner, your host. Today, we're going to be talking about something that is actually pretty compelling that you might want to pay close attention to, because did you know that what you do at 40 decides your risk of dementia at 70? Yes, this is a true statement, because memory loss is not random. It's built slowly through daily choices. It starts with poor blood flow, inactivity, metabolic damage, long before any symptoms show up. So here's what we can do to protect our brains. 1, cardio feeds our brain's oxygen. Our brain runs on oxygen and nutrients delivered through blood. Why that works? Regular cardio exercise boosts circulation, supporting neurons and brain efficiency. So it's recommended to do this. Zone 2 cardio 2 to 3 times weekly, 30 to 45 minutes. Walk daily to keep your blood moving, and add a 20-minute interval session weekly. Strength training protects cognition. Lifting benefits more than muscles. It supports brain health. Why that works? Because exercise boosts brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which strengthens our neural connections. So to accomplish that, try this. Strength train 3 to 4 times per week. Focus on compound full body lifts. Keep sessions under 60 minutes. You remember, we're doing this at 40. Now, walking also builds mental resilience. Movement keeps our body and mind sharp. Why does that work? Because walking reduces dementia risk and improves executive function. So what should you do to accomplish that? 8,000 to 10,000 steps daily. Morning sunlight exposure during walks is hugely beneficial. And walk during calls or breaks. Another thing, blood sugar control absolutely matters. Elevated blood sugar damages brain tissue over time. Why? Because glucose spikes increase inflammation and accelerate cognitive decline. What should we do about that? Well, try eating more protein and vegetables first in your meal. Avoid sugary snacks and drinks. Include healthy fats for steady energy. Next, sleep significantly clears waste that accumulates in our brains. Did you know that your brain cleans itself during deep sleep? Why? Because during deep rest, cerebral spinal fluid flushes out toxins that degrade cognition. So how do you accomplish that? By getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Create a consistent bedtime routine. Did you also know that stress shrinks our memory centers? Yes, long-term stress shrinks key memory regions like the hippocampus. Why? because chronic cortisol exposure harms focus and our recall. So try this. Practice daily recovery walks, journaling, stillness, and set boundaries with work and devices. Try taking full rest days weekly. The bottom line here is you don't catch dementia. You build toward it or away from it. Your daily habits decide. I wanted everybody to be aware that the air outside our windows might actually be the dementia risk factor that our doctors have never mentioned. Now, most people do associate air pollution with lung disease. The brain connection is far less discussed, but much more alarming. Here is what the evidence now shows. That fine particle matter crosses our blood-brain barrier. It's called PM2.5, and their particles are smaller than 2.5 microns. They enter the bloodstream through our lungs. They cross into brain tissue directly and trigger neuroinflammation. Now, this is the same inflammatory pathway that drives neurodegeneration. The brain has no mechanism to expel them the way the lungs can partially clear larger particles. The numbers are significant. A study of 130,000 older adults found a 92% increased dementia risk with high PM2.5 exposure over time. So living near a major roadway can increase dementia risk by approximately 12%, even after controlling for other factors. The Lancet Commission now lists air pollution as one of the 14 modifiable dementia risk factors because it accounts for roughly 2% of global dementia cases, which in absolute numbers equates to millions of people. Also, indoor air is often worse than outdoor. Cooking with gas, using candles, certain cleaning products, and poor ventilation concentrate pollutants indoors. Most people, interestingly enough, spend 90% of their time indoors. HEPA filtration in bedrooms is one of the most practical and underused interventions we have available to us today. This is a health equity issue. Living in communities near highways, industrial sites, and ports face disproportionate exposure. Now, the same communities often have less access to health care that could detect early cognitive changes, these studies show. Air quality and dementia risk are distributed unequally across zip codes in every major city. So what we can do to help protect ourselves, here's a couple of suggestions. Monitor the air quality index before you exercise outdoors. There are free apps that you can load onto your phones or your devices that take 10 seconds. Use HEPA air filters in your bedrooms. Your brain clears amyloid during sleep. Clean air during that window absolutely matters. Reduce indoor pollutants by ventilating when you're cooking. Reduce synthetic fragrances. Exercise in green spaces when possible rather than traffic adjacent routes. Now, this isn't a reason to stay indoors or live in fear. Please note that. It's a reason to add air quality to the brain health conversation the same way we've added sleep, exercise, and diet. But right now it barely shows up there. So hopefully this has been valuable information for everybody that just had no idea that air pollution, both inside and outside, can increase our risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and dementia significantly. Thank you to Dr. Risa Gomi for providing that very, very insightful information. So that'll wrap up this episode for the Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's show. I'm Lisa Skinner, your host. And of course, I will be back next week with another new episode for you. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great rest of your week and come back and see me for another new episode. See you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Truth, Lies, and Alzheimer's. We hope you found something in today's episode that helps. We understand that caring for a loved one with dementia can be the challenge of a lifetime, but you don't have to do it alone. If you're ready for exclusive access to even more great content and resources, head on over to Facebook and join Lisa's Minding Dementia Support Group. We're a community of like-minded caregivers, and we're here to help.